Right. So here we are, week 4 discussion. Uh, we are given this scenario of two deaf people wanting to have a deaf child, and uh, while considering the three major models of disability in the learning module: medical, social, and cultural identity, um, how would the model of disability affect one's moral judgment about the ethic of genetically selecting for deafness? So, if you're going from the medical perspective, that would be medical ethics model would be saying that being deaf is a disability that needs to be cured. It's something that is inadequate, that it should not be. Um, if we are going to go from the social aspect, that would be um, the disability not being the hearing itself, not being able to hear itself, but for an example, not having the ability to have captions on a TV. Um, because now we're not, you know, it's disabling to them because now they aren't able to know what's going on at certain parts, off screen possibly without captions, and that's just because our society isn't conditioned for people with hearing disabilities as well. So that's the disability, is the society. Um, and then the cultural identity, that would be being able to relate to the problem, or not the problem, but the disability itself. So that would be essentially somebody being able to um, use sign language because they've had somebody in their family that has been deaf, and so they learn themselves. So they can relate and they know what it's like to not have things, or for them to be missing things, and so they're actively trying to make the situation better. So as far as the ethics of the genetically modifying it, so here's the thing: if you see being deaf as a disease, then it would be wrong on the medical. If you see it being, it would have its disadvantages in today's society, um, because we're not. Um, I mean, we are geared for deaf people, but not as well as people with hearing. Then then socially it wouldn't be the best decision. And then for cultural identity, well, um, that would be go with, because they are both deaf, they want their child to be deaf so that way they can identify and relate to them. So that would that would be uh, that would be right from that moral standpoint of just being able to relate um, from that aspect. And then for the last part, let's see. Uh, do you think they should be able to? Why or why not? I say no, because uh, this is the whole idea is not taking the child's thought into consideration. So they might not want to grow up deaf, and if you're going to choose to make them deaf, that I don't think that that's morally right, in my opinion. Um, Unless they could sue their parents for making them that way, because that's not what they wanted. Or if they had the ability to fix it later, then go for it. But that's what I think.